Hi everyone, Steve here with the second video in my free Getting More Clients from Your Online Activities series, where we're going to be talking through some of the essentials to help all you small business owners, coaches, consultants, and solopreneurs get far more business from whatever you do online. And today we're going to talk about perhaps the single most important step in the whole marketing process. And it may not be what you think. It's not about just getting some crazy amazing website or writing some blog that blows up or having a YouTube video that goes viral. Rather, as in conventional marketing, the single most important step in the marketing process is you doing your homework, meaning you getting very clear on who your ideal clients or who your ideal customers are and how you can help them the most. Now, just because you might have heard this before or this might sound boring, please don't overlook this activity. If you do, I can almost guarantee it will bite you very strongly in the behind. I can't tell you how many struggling solopreneurs I have encountered that spent years and so much effort and so much money trying to launch a business, only just to end up struggling and struggling. And this is largely because they assumed there was a market out there waiting to buy their product or their service. And there isn't. The old idea that if you build a better mousetrap, the world will beat a path to your door, that just doesn't work for 99.99% of humanity. So this is important work. And by the way, it doesn't have to be boring. In fact, many of the people that I've guided through this process have really enjoyed it. And they've come away with a whole lot of learning, making some great connections. Many of them even got business they didn't expect out of this process of just doing a little bit of research, just doing a few interviews. So the reason for this research is plain and simple. In our marketing, we've got to focus. We need to focus to be successful. It's a pretty good marketing rule of thumb that at any given time, less than 1% of your market is ready to buy something on a given day. It's also a pretty good assumption that even in some of the best developed niches and markets out there, that maybe as much as 80% of your market or potential market is never going to buy from you, or they're just nowhere near being ready to buy your product or service. So if you wander around out there offering your products and service to everyone, dissipating your limited time and energy and money, you're going to encounter a lot of people who are just not interested. They're too busy. They can't afford you. And you're going to face a whole lot of no's, a whole lot of rejection. And that's going to translate into you feeling terrible, feeling discouraged, and starting to doubt whether you can make a living doing what you're doing. And that's kind of a death spiral of, despair that, isn't fun and is not going to help your business. And this happens to the vast majority of small business owners and solopreneurs. Lack of research is perhaps the major reason so many of them fail. According to the SBA, Small Business Administration, over 50% of businesses fail within the first 5 years. So when you realize that you've got a limited amount of time and money, and as a small business, you've got to get your business working pretty quickly, it stands to reason that you don't want to waste your marketing time and energy focusing on people that have no interest in what you're doing. You want to find people that are interested in what you're doing, that have a good chance of buying from you. You need to focus. And this is really what I want you to be thinking about today. And in particular, I want you to get very, very clear on some fundamental issues for your business. Who are your ideal clients? and however you might define them by age, sex, income, background, interest, or any other relevant detail. Get clear, get a feel for who those people are. And you definitely want to get clear on whatever they're wrestling with, struggling with, whatever is causing them grief. And really, you're trying to get a sense of what a decent percentage of them are emotionally invested in resolving. Emotionally invested in resolving. Because unless there's a genuine need, unless people are really getting sick of their status quo, of what they're doing now, they're probably not going to hire or buy from you. So you want to find, people that are ready to make a change. And you really want to confirm that there's some people in that, demographic and that kind of ideal client description you might have that are actually spending money now. That's a real acid test. I know a lot of entrepreneurs, small business people, coaches that, have an idea. I want to help these people. I know my service or my product can help these people. Well, that's great, but if those people don't know they have a problem, or if those people are not willing to spend money, and really the acid test is if they're not spending money now, then it's going to be really difficult for you to make a business there. It might take way too long for you to educate them on how valuable your product and service is. So check to make sure some people in your market are spending money now. They're buying products, they're buying services. You can find other people that are selling. That's a really important thing to check. And get clear in your research and interview process. What exactly your product and service is going to provide them. I mean, what is the big payoff? Get a sense of what your product or service will deliver to them, because that's a big part of our marketing conversation. And ideally, you also want to find a few ways, a few places, a few channels where you can connect to large numbers of these audience. You want to make sure that these guys do congregate someplace and some ways that you can connect to them. You see, this is I think a really fundamental point that a lot of people new to business don't get. Most of our customers, your customers and my customers, they don't care about you. They do not care about me. They don't care about your product. They don't care about my, coaching service. And so if you try to sell them something they don't care about, they're just not going to pay attention and you're going to be wasting your time. However, all of our potential clients and customers, they do care about themselves. They do care about the big challenges in their life, their big goals and their dreams. And if you can find out what they're interested in and what they're kind of emotionally connected to doing, because it does take, a certain emotional connection to move out of homeostasis and decide to solve a problem. If you can get clear on that, then, you've got a motivated customer and you've got a business. Now, the best way to find this information is often the simplest way, and the simplest way is to go out and ask for it. I mean, the average one of you knows about 200 people on a first name basis, according to, the marketing research. So your chances are within your existing group of contacts and 1 degree of separation from them, you got access to literally tens of thousands of people. And some of which you could probably phone up and have a chat with because they, are in your target market. So I really would encourage you, wherever possible, just to go out and have some conversations with these people and ask them about some of the topics we've talked about, their challenges, their goals, their dreams, what they're doing now, that sort of stuff. If you do that, I guarantee you're going to learn a lot. You're going to see where you're needed. You're going to get clarity on really the goals for your marketing, for your business. And this is going to save you a lot of time and pain. And it's really going to give you everything you need to know to craft a very relevant, a very effective marketing conversation with your ideal clients. You're going to be able to kind of get the vibe of the tribe, I call it, kind of a feel for who you're marketing to, what's important to them. And that's going to allow you to have really, productive conversations. It's going to allow you to, connect, to educate, to build trust, to build awareness, to greatly expand the network of people that even know you exist and learn from you, and thus eventually become your client. And all you're doing is kind of talking to them about stuff that you know, stuff you're interested in, stuff they're interested in. And one of the most beautiful features of online marketing, digital marketing, is it allows for a two-way conversation. It allows for an ongoing conversation where you get more and more insights on what your market's interested in and how you can help them. And the other incredible feature of digital marketing is it holds the potential for you to dramatically increase your network. I mean, we'll be talking about ways in this series of videos where the average small business person can access thousands of new potential clients a week for next to nothing. So much easier than old marketing approaches. So this is really the big message in this video. I just want to underscore how important it is for you to go out and listen to your market and confirm a need and get a feel for that. Have some conversations, even if it's just a handful of conversations. You're going to learn a lot. As a backup approach, take a look at what existing solution providers are doing in your marketplace and get a feel for what they're doing, and try to come away from your research with some clarity on kind of the big challenges, maybe the top 5 challenges that your ideal clients have, that your product or service is focused on. Try to get clarity on kind of the top outcomes your ideal clients have, so you can, get a sense of and be better at articulating how your product and service meets the needs of your ideal clients. And if you can, also try to begin to understand why your clients should choose you, your product, your service, what it is that you want them to know about you. Those are some of the fundamental parts of any marketing conversation we're going to have in whatever channels you may choose to connect your clients. Okay? So if you begin on that, get out there and do this fundamental research. I think you're going to be very ready for the next step in the marketing journey, which we'll be talking about in our next video. So I would invite you, if you are learning something here, if you're getting value from these videos, please like the video, comment on it. Please put any questions you might have in your comments, and please share these videos with other, small business people, coaches, and consultants. And, there's enough work out there for everyone. If you know how to market, you're going to have all the business you need. Okay, that's what I wanted to share with you in this video. Good luck, everybody, and I will look forward to talking with you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.